Hello, everyone. And today I would like to rant about something that has always bugged me ever since the very first time I've heard about controversies involving video games getting blamed for violence and stuff like that. It seems that in modern society, people just can't take the blame for anything. They always have to blame it on something else. Instead of a parent whose kids do something terrible taking the blame for maybe having better parenting abilities, or taking the step to regulate what the kids do and help shape their future, they always have to say, "Oh, it's not my fault. It's the video games that they play." Even though you give them access to the video games, it's not the video game's fault. In fact, there's a lot of studies that show that video games do not cause any change in behavior in children whatsoever. But the blame doesn't always go to video games. It sometimes goes to music. Unfortunately, let's go to the Columbine shooting. I believe that's the one where they said that the kid was influenced by Marilyn Manson to do these shootings, even though I believe that the kid didn't even listen to Marilyn Manson. And then this goes back even further to comic books. Back, I believe, it was in the 50s, saying that comic books lead to bad behavior. It's one of those issues that will always be around, and whatever the most popular medium is going to be is going to take the blame for why kids act the way they do, even though in reality it's the lack of proper parenting and people not taking the parental stance that they need to with their kids, and actually educating their kids in general. I mean, my mom, she let me play a lot of video games, but she knew where my limits were and didn't let me do things that she felt would be inappropriate for me to do, but still gave me the freedom to enjoy the things that I did enjoy. Like when I was, the original version of Grand Theft Auto 3 came out in 2001, she knew that I was too young to play it. And she never gave me access to the game. She never bought it for me, and she knew that that money would be spent on a game that probably would be better for me. Now, I'm definitely old enough. I can play whichever games I want, but I thank my mom for taking the steps and kind of limiting what I should and shouldn't do, and the fact that a lot of parents these days cannot take that responsibility. Parents for a long time haven't been able to just take that responsibility, and politicians get involved, and the politicians that are parents, they usually try to find a scapegoat if their kids act up, and we just need to get to a point where we just need to realize that it's not always a form of entertainment's fault for what our kids do. We need to take responsibility for our own actions and the actions of our children. I don't have kids at this current time, but if I did, I would make sure to, take proper parenting steps that I need to take to make sure that my kids don't get exposed too much into things that they probably shouldn't at their age that they are. It's not it's getting harder these days, I know, because the internet just opens up everything for everybody. But it doesn't take that much to be like, "Hey, yeah, I'm not going to get this game for you because it's not right for you." And that's really all of what I actually have to say about it. Society needs to stop finding scapegoats to blame bad behavior on other things when it's really the parenting, or or sometimes it's just a disability. And some kids do have problems, behavioral problems, and mental problems that cannot be corrected, but it's not caused by video games or caused by movies or music or anything. It's biological. And it's always really bothered me when people just blame video games for this, blame video games for that. Every time a new Grand Theft Auto game comes out, that's usually one of the big things that always pops up. So we just really need to take responsibility and not let things get out of hand and blame other things for our own actions. That will do it for this rant for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. See you.